Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a max effort lower day, but a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below, be greatly appreciated. Today I thought I would mess around a little bit with wider stance again, just to do it. Let's see where we're at with the different stances, just like I like to change around between wide grip and closed grip bench. Again, just want to see where we're at on our strength on everything. Overall, I felt pretty good. Some of it's just a matter of getting the bar kind of in the right position. Again, I'm trying to find a grip that doesn't bother my shoulders at all, and I think I found it again. I was going back looking at some of my old footage and the way I used to grip stuff, and I actually like this. Although I need to get it a little more stable, but I did a 505 really deep with no knee sleeve, so I'm happy with that. Obviously we want to get that better, but for the people who saw the screenshot at the bottom, it was actually a couple inches below parallel. Went up pretty quick, no sleeves. It felt like all adductor though. So in this case, I felt my adductors light up crazy hard, which means if I'm going to mess with that stance at all again, it's going to be adductor work. So again, there's a lot of posterior chain and stuff involved with that. And I'm really wanting to do less deep bending of the knee because I'm noticing that right now. The tendons are really not happy with me. All right, guys, here's what everyone's been waiting for, though. Here's what everyone's been waiting for. Deadlift. I did this with a stiff bar. My grip felt at the top, notice I shake a little, felt like the grip was starting to possibly slip. So I didn't try to hold the lockout. Right, I didn't try to hold the lockout. But again, that's also the stiff bar, which is thicker. The deadlift bar is easier to grip. But by doing that and really taking it up to a max, it tells me kind of where my weak links are, right? We're up near that lockout. That was interesting. The bar was really fast all the way to the knee. So bringing those hips to the bar at the top and the grip. So I feel like a little bit of glute maybe limiting me on my deadlifts, and of course grip needs more work, and that means more fat bar work, probably some more hammer curls. That's what we're going to have to do. Got to keep that grip going, although I have never pulled that much weight with a stiff bar before, right? So I don't know that my grip is really that weak compared to even where it was. I feel like my grip is probably close to the strongest it's ever been. It just needs to get stronger. We have to keep getting better. And I feel like with that pull told me that really, yeah, possibly glutes to some extent. We can always get bigger, stronger glutes, but I really feel like it's grip. Because that would have been an easy pull with straps. I feel like had I thrown straps on, that would have been way easier. Way easier. So I'm going to have to double down on the grip training. It doesn't mean we do insane amounts of it. I'm already doing a lot of it. We just need to maybe make sure we do a few more hammer curls. Make sure we use the axle bar at least once a week. After that, I did a couple of sets of safety bar good mornings. After a heavy pull like that, an all-out max deadlift, and that was an all-out max. Sometimes the supplemental stuff's a little difficult. It can be a little difficult because there is definitely some fatigue from that. And I had some people say, man, that was so fast. I had some people in the comments who, had made that note. They're like, just with your bar speed, you sure that was a max? And I'm like, that was everything that I had. I notice that shaking at the top. That was an RPE 10 lift. Okay, that was 100% of my max for the day. 100%. That was everything I had. So there was nothing left in the tank on that. And I knew I'd get it, though. Like, I knew I'd get it based on how the 495 felt. So, people will ask me, what do your warm-ups look like? You saw it. Other than the 405 single. Since I already squat first, I'm already pretty much warm. So when I go to deadlift, I make 3 to 4 pulls. Total reps for the whole day. So I went 405, 495, then jumped to 635. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. No, not really. It works for me. Then I'm not fatiguing myself with a bunch of warm-ups. We can do GBP to get in shape. I'm going to drag a sled. I'm going to do walk in my weight vest. Okay, I don't need my warm-ups to get into shape. It's ridiculous. Wasting energy. Lift that heavy weight. But I felt like I could only really get away with a couple of the sets of those, but I want to keep some good mornings in. I want to keep good mornings in. I think particularly if I mess a little bit with a wider stance squat, which means I probably need to do some speed boxes this week, just to keep that moving along. My quads are not going to limit me, but that'll help me get a little bit of quad work. Make sure I get the adductor work. Make sure we get the technique. But I mean, I was happy with how that squat looked. I would have liked it to have been a little stronger. Like it felt, for 505, it felt a hair heavier than I would have liked ideally today. But I also haven't been doing wide stance again for a little while. I didn't have knee sleeves on. You know, I'm on almost no carbs as of now. I'm running really low carb coming in to make weight. And I don't feel like discussing my whole nutrition strategy. People get questions about it. I know some other coaches and people ask me. I really don't feel like breaking it down. It's just too much for me to get into with everyone. And to go into the nuances of my exact calories and what I'm doing. It's enough for me to track it. The whole world doesn't need to know. Again, I have better stuff to do with my time. But I will say, you know, I mean, I'm training on very, very low carbs now and trying to focus more on clean fats, though. So it's not like garbage keto. I'm eating piles of salad, basically. A lot of meat, salads, nuts, healthy fats, cheese. So after that, we did our glute ham raises, did my normal 5x10 with that setting. Did our 5x10, then we went to reverse hypers, which you guys know this is one of the biggest staples for me. You know, I've had people have tried to say, oh, you were pulling this amount or whatever without the reverse hyper. It's like, guys, I never touched a 600 deadlift on this channel before I bought the reverse hyper. So I'm not quite sure where people's math and their numbers are coming from. I've had this thing for years. And I do feel direct carryover. Like the carryover is phenomenal and the recovery element of it's phenomenal. I'm a big fan of the reverse hyper. I feel like it can almost build your deadlift. It is the single most important supplemental lift for me personally for building the deadlift. You know, then afterwards I also decided I wanted to do some, again because of lockout and needing possible neck work to help with that. I wanted to do some good mornings with my neck harness. So I did a couple sets. I tried a couple different setups. I've messed with them before, but you know, I used different weights and things. And I found using a big plate, it kept hitting me. Then I tried to mess with using my carbiner and looping it up, and it was kind of too tight. The chain rose my face too much. And I've realized I think next time I do those, I probably need to just string a bunch of 10s on the chain. Okay, you know, throw about 50, 60 pounds of the 10-pound plates on the chain. It'll give me the longest range of motion without the plates hitting me, without the chain rubbing too hard against my face and my beard, because you know, it pulls hairs and stuff out. So I want to mess around a little bit more with those some, I think, because again, the neck work of doing them is going to be helpful when I want to use the safety bar more, because it'll make my neck stronger. It's also good for deadlift lockouts, building your neck. Again, that's what they believe at Westside. And it, of course, adds a little bit more, you know, good mornings that isn't super hard on you for axial loading. Okay, there's minimal axial loading, and it's because your moment arm is much, much longer using your head. So then if we've trained all the posterior chain, it's already fatigued, you're getting a little bit of actual work here at the end. But again, I've got to get a setup that isn't quite as awkward as what you're seeing with these. But, you know, again, it actually felt really good on my neck and everything. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.